Welcome back to the Sovereign Ratio. Today we are going to provide an update on Bitcoin price action and the EMA9. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment below. Okay, so last week we were taking a look at Bitcoin price action and how it related to the 2015 Bitcoin cycle whenever it crossed through the Gaussian channel and was holding on to the EMA9. Unfortunately, last week, you can see here that Bitcoin actually went below and closed below the 9 EMA, which was my point of bearishness for the market. This week, however, it has gone all the way down to 26.5. Actually, last week it went down to 25.8. This week it went down to 26.5 and is currently shot back up just in the last few hours. We'll go ahead and take a look at the 4-hour chart. Since 8 o'clock this morning, it's actually shot up and is now hovering right just above the 9 EMA. So this very well could be a fake out. Bitcoin could have come all the way down to this level here at 25.8 before kind of doing a fake out and shooting back up. We're in very contested territory right now, but there are some indicators that kind of help us to look at this in a different way. So first of all, we're going to go to the 2-day chart. And eventually I will do a video on the BBWP indicator, but right now the BBWP is sitting at 18.25% with the stochastic pointed in an upwards posture, which you can see right here has happened in the last 2-day period. Also, the BBWP has crossed above the signal indicator. Now, what that means without going into detail is that generally when the BBWP crosses up 15%, it follows the direction of the stochastic indicator. And the BBWP represents volatility, so the higher it goes, the more volatile the market is. And generally that volatility will either go up or down, and it generally follows the direction of the stochastic oscillator. So in this case, the stochastic is pointing up and BBWP is starting to expand. And also on the 3-day, we can see this even more. BBWP is sitting at 13.1% with the signal indicator at 10.24%. And the stochastic getting ready to cross up very shortly, probably in the next period candle close here in 23 hours. If this does close that way, it could be very well that this was a fake out below this head and shoulders neckline that we were looking at previously. If we scroll out a little bit here on the 4-hour chart, we can see this head and shoulders neckline that's been all the way back here in, well, how far has this gone? Let's see. This has gone all the way back to September 2022. It served as support and resistance. It was actually support here for a little bit, and also happens to be the neckline of this head and shoulders. If this were to be a fake out where Bitcoin came below the neckline of the head and shoulders and bounced back up to reclaim the neckline here around the 28 to 28.2 area and held that for a little bit, we could see that third extension in price up toward the 32 to 33 area initially, hopefully in that 37 to 42 area that we were looking at last week. But right now, that is what we're working with. So looking at some other market indicators here, we still have Bitcoin dominance sitting here at 48.18%, kind of waiting for it to make a decision at that 49% level. Above that 49% level would be strong for Bitcoin and not good for altcoins. If Bitcoin were to kind of turn down from here, along with an increase in price, that would be bullish for the altcoins. A lot of people have been waiting on an altcoin run in this bear market relief rally. Not really feeling confident about that right now. It's always better in a bear market to be holding Bitcoin or stablecoins. Also looking at the US dollar, it is approaching the bull market support band. We are overbought here on the 1-day RSI. We scroll out to the weekly RSI. It does have some room to the upside here on the weekly. So we could see a break of the bull market support band on the dollar, which would be bearish for Bitcoin and would kind of be in confluence with the general opinion of the market right now. However, we're getting a lot of mixed signals, right? So it's very hard to tell what's going to happen because Bitcoin is getting these BBWP expansions potentially in the next 24 hours or so. So it's going to be a crucial time to watch. Currently, I am a little bit bearish just simply because we broke below the EMA9 here at 27,419. We'll go to the weekly chart again. The EMA9 is sitting at 27,419, which we are just below now. You can see a little wick here right from that area. It did break, again, it broke through the head and shoulders, kind of retested that neckline. and it went down and it's kind of gone back up and looks like it might want to go back down again. So it's a very volatile time and point of indecision for Bitcoin in the crypto market. One thing to note is we do have the bull market support band crossing up to the mean of the Gaussian channel, and also it looks like it's wanting to curve down and come back down, which has historically been a bearish signal. If we go back here, let's scroll back just a little bit to 2019 and zoom out. We can see when the bull market support band crossed bearish, that was after the top of that bear market relief rally, right? So we're bullish, and then you see that green line cross below that orange line. That's where price really started to go down. That was the same in 2015. If we scroll back to 2015, very similar situation right here. We had already seen the peak of that bear market relief rally, and then there was a significant drop, right? There's a drop of roughly 23% whenever we touched and crossed that bearish bull market support band. So if we go to current day again, eventually we'll get there. There we go. You can see we've kind of had a peak here. It didn't go way out of the Gaussian channel like we expected it to, but we are starting to almost cross there on the bull market support band. So it would take a very large move from Bitcoin in a very short period of time in the next couple of days upwards to the top of that Gaussian channel to kind of invalidate this bearish bull market support band cross. So right now, if you're in a position, not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would say hold your position until we see a cross of that bull market support band. Maybe we lose the mean of the Gaussian channel, but I am leaning a little bit bearish, as I said last week, because we lost the 9 EMA, which is currently sitting at 27,419. We are at 27,399. So take that for what it's worth. A quick market update for today. We'll be back tomorrow with some other types of news, unless Bitcoin makes a big decision, upwards or downwards, either way. Then we'll focus on that. But we'll be back tomorrow with some other crypto news. So thanks for coming by. Please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you. I appreciate the likes and comments and support so far. Leave me all of that, and we will see you in the next video. Safe trading.